Wow, this is an exciting day, guys. It could be another channel first, world first, whatever that could be. I don't know if that is the case. But on this channel, I have had quite a good run this year of being the first in the US, definitely in the West, I would say, like UK, US, like Europe, of having unboxings of brand new replicas that have just been released on this channel. And I'm hoping that this could be another one of those. I literally received this box about 10 minutes ago, and it is something I'm very, very excited to open up for you guys. So I'm just going to start opening it because I don't want to wait. But this in here is the brand new VFC AKS74U. Now, if you guys aren't aware, VFC released an AK platform, or a gas AK platform, in 2024, which was the AK74M. Really, really well reviewed. I thought about buying that replica quite a few times. Got very close, almost hit the checkout button, and ended up not buying it. But when I saw that they were releasing a shorter, smaller AK74U, I pretty much ordered it straight away. Now that was announced probably about a month ago, in I'd say maybe late October 2025. I have seen a couple of clips of it from MOA, like the kind of, the convention of Airsoft where all the new stuff is being released. But I ordered this from Red Wolf Airsoft, and unfortunately I did not manage to order any mags at the same time. So that is something I'm waiting on, which right now is a nightmare. It's kind of been this will take other AK-74 VFC mags, so the mags from the AK-74M, but I can't find those anywhere in the US to get hold of. I've ordered a couple of those. I have ordered some other AKS74U mags from other retailers. Again, they have not shipped out. They haven't been sent yet. Apparently, it's in a kind of plum color. But it looks like from this, because I haven't seen this box before, I've seen some kind of clips of people using these at those kind of testing shows, but it looks like they've done the same kind of Russian style box that they had for the AK-74M. It's probably shorter. I haven't bought one of those, so obviously I don't know kind of the size of it, but it should be shorter. But that is what we're expecting to come out of this box, so get excited. Right, do you want the overhead for this reveal? You know what, maybe let's do it, because I know you guys might kind of like that moment of actually seeing what it is. So let's give you a little one of these. Oh, I hate playing around with this thing. Okay, so that looks good there. We'll do the moment it is going to be released right here. Okay, so opening up the box, it's kind of a little bit battered, unfortunately. But I haven't seen another one of these. So Red Wolf obviously got it to me very, very quickly. And inside here, we have the standard VFC kind of wrap your gun in a bag. It's very well packaged. This thing is solid. This thing I'm quite excited for, because I don't think that these are coming with all of the replicas. I think these are actually only for the first batch. And this is a little bag to basically keep the replica in. For me, completely pointless, other than just being a bit kind of authentic. But I think this, from what I remember, is something that's only coming in a few of them. So it looks like there's a little magazine pouch here where you can put the magazine in, and then it's a very, very short little bag. So I'm presuming when this is folded up, that's basically how it's going to fit. But it is kind of quite cool, actually. A little tie here just to kind of put over it. We'll try and put it in there at the end of the video, guys, but there is some, writing here, which I don't really know what that's supposed to say because I don't read Russian characters, but that is there. Right, what else do we have? We have flash hider, very heavy, kind of steel flash hider here, which looks like it's 14mm counterclockwise thread, and that actually has got an internal, that's rotating in there, so I don't really understand why that would need to be separately rotating, but we'll see if we can work that out. Oh, maybe it's got a little connection lug that it kind of goes into, but normally that's actually where on the front of the AK it has that little kind of spring powered kind of detent, and it'll just kind of like push into there to hold it in place. So I don't know why that is. It's quite strange actually, like the inside of this is silver. It's not all black. So I don't know why they've done that. I mean, it's kind of cool, but I'm presuming it's not like an error that they just haven't spray painted the inside. Show you that there. Okay, so we got that. We got the speed loader, which comes with most VFC products, which is cool. The magazine, which we'll look at. This I'm very, very excited for. That's kind of cool. You can see that here. Look at this. So this box actually like slides in here, and it's kind of got like a little area to hold it in place with the top of the card. That's really odd. Okay, so the magazine, like these look to me from the pictures I've seen pretty beautiful. That might be a weird way to say it, but they are kind of this like plum different color, and they're cool. Definitely. This thing's so light. It's so light. Now, obviously, they've put the blue tape on it, which they kind of do, I think, just for shipping purposes. I'm playing the day after tomorrow. Today's Wednesday. I'm playing on Friday. And I really want to play with this. My issue is going to be that I just have one mag, and I've got no way to find any other VFC mags for it. Okay, so that's kind of cool. Look at that. So it's got like a 4 written there. That is in the paint. So it's not like a kind of thing. I mean, like if you're trying to name your mags though, I don't want all of my VFC plum colored AK mags to be with 4 on them. Fill valve is there. I think this is very similar in terms of the design to the other ones. It looks like you have a dry fire switch right there, which is very similar to their VFC version 3 kind of AR mags that we have. But this thing is so light, it's unreal. Feels really well built. This is like a metal outer cover to that. Looks like there's kind of like a BB tray in the front. If we unlock this, I'm just gonna push this down and try and slide this off, because it's kind of got like a, okay, that's not coming loose. I'll try and play around with that later, but that is a really, really cool magazine. Right, so that's done, that's done, that's done. We can get rid of all of that. Finally, we're going to get this out, and actually it is strapped in, which is why it's not being removed like that. So that's really cool. It's definitely not like Tokyo Marui packaging, but it's getting really, really good on a lot of these replicas. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of this box because I don't think we need that box. It's not going to be, hopefully, like a missing, like the bolts that I kind of missed in the PROW video and unboxing, if you saw that. Okay, so this is what we're looking at right here. Already I can tell I really like this wood. Okay, so this little piece should just be covering the charging handle, which is right there. I'm going to get rid of that. I do have 2 other AKs, which are, well, I've got a few other kind of variants, but I've got 2 other proper AKs from Tokyo Marui, the AKX and the AKM, both of which I really, really like. This is strange. They've got a little Made in Taiwan sticker they put on the outside there. Both of which I really, really like. So I can kind of do some comparisons on the build quality. This does feel a lot lighter than the AKX because that thing weighs an absolute ton. But obviously this is not your modern design. I have also just come back from Evike's Alhambra Superstore, where I've just purchased a handrail that I think I'm going to try and switch out on this, so I can kind of modernize it. That's kind of the plan, even though it does feel a bit wrong now I'm looking at it, to remove this wood, because the wood is awesome, but also it doesn't really allow me the ability to put rails and sights on it. So I'm going to give you guys a close-up. So obviously we have this horrible orange flash hider here, which they've actually cracked while putting on, it looks like there. The barrel's also sticking out the end. There is a little bit of wobble in that inner barrel. So I'm presuming the flash hide is going to cover that, but okay, well I can pull this off without even doing anything with this grub screw. So we might as well get that off now. A horrible, horrible thing. It looks like actually it hasn't actually got a thread to it. So they basically just stuck it on and then grub screwed it. Okay, so that's going straight in the bin. We don't need that. This is what it looks like close up, and then I'll give you my kind of like overall view of it and we can just talk through it. But build quality is awesome. You can see here the wood. It's kind of like two different colors. Like the upper section is a lot darker than the lower section. It is full steel, apparently, this thing. This actually is quite interesting as well. Like they have here with the release button for the stock, that's not black. And I would have expected that to be black. These bolts here not being black, I don't think is a big deal. But it is quite strange. Maybe that's kind of trying to be authentic. But again, it almost feels a little bit like the inside of the flash hider, where it's like they haven't painted it. Let me know your thoughts in the chat and on the comments. Looks like they've kind of got some cool electrician's tape here just to stop things from scratching. I'm going to remove it. Oh, that's annoying. A little bit of plastic there. I don't know why I'm holding it like that. I'll hold it like this so you guys can see. Okay, so that is the very, very long outer barrel, which is going longer than the actual threading. So that means if you're going to run a tracer unit on, that could be an issue. Just bear that in mind. This wood is very, very cool. Look at this engraving you've got here, like 723 engraved on there. It's real wood. You may be thinking, if you're not used to AKs, like, look at these cuts. Why has it got cuts in that? That's done for authenticity, because that's kind of apparently what they're like in real life. Like the feel of it is really, really nice. It's got like a finish on it, like a veneer. There's very little movement in there. Oh, there is a little bit of movement. Look at that. Okay, so there is movement there for sure. That's kind of annoying, to be honest. Like I have to quite hard like turn it, but it is turning in that way. This has got some other cool trades on here. It's got like the iron sights, kind of got this red piece, which is quite cool. This rear button, push button, is kind of like flared above, which you can see there. So you almost, I presume, need to like push it in and down. I'll do that in a second. It's got another piece of electrical tape here, which again is annoying because there's plastics just come off it. I understand why they do it, because they want to, you know, stop the scratching before you buy it. But I don't know if this was Red Wolf who did this or that was done by VFC. I presume VFC. Get rid of that. Look at that, that's so annoying. Like it should just peel off fairly easily, this, but it's just one of those like sticker phobia things of just please stop leaving adhesive on the actual replica. And watch me try and remove it by rubbing it off. So that is what this is like. I might as well put this flash hider on here, to be honest. I don't know. Okay, so that's pretty much done. This kind of has a very solid piece to it. Like it does not, it does click in, but it's very, very hard to pull. And it's kind of there and there. You can easily get it stuck between the two. It's not like a kind of, it's not as good, I wouldn't say, as the Tokyo Marui one in like, I'm going to put myself into full auto and semi-auto, because full auto will be, sorry, semi-auto will be fully down. Full auto will be the middle one. Maybe that will kind of like wear in and come in. As you can see, the paint's starting to scratch there a little bit, which is what it's going to do. The charging action on it. Oh, it's very, like there's super, it can move to there, super resistance, and then it's like a real clank to trying to get it. Okay, that's now loosened up a bit. So that originally was a lot more Now there we go. Okay, so that's going a lot easier. That might have actually been due to me having this top cover not fully in. Okay, so that's now in there. It looks like here we have like a little spring buffer. That's going to be, I'm not going to open this up that much in this video unless you guys really want me to. I feel like they've done that in other videos, but it's just good to see the production version that is being shipped out. So if you are going to order one of these, then this is what you can expect. Let me give you... So this is tied in, like it's attached here. So unlike some of the other AKs where you got that free float, this thing is fully hinged on the actual lower or upper. Okay, so that's in there. It's quite hard just to like line this up fully. I'm like trying to get that down. It's almost like sticking up at an angle here. You see, if I push it down that way, we're fine. But what I want to do is get this guy in here and closed. And it's almost like when I am putting it into that position, it's kind of leaning up slightly. Okay, well that's now down fully. Okay, so I basically just have to slam it. Instead of like trying to push it in before, I just slam it in. It does feel really, really nice. This has got very, very little movement in it. This sling loop, which I hate these, is very stiff at the moment. That will loosen up. This folds in, that locks in place. If I just kind of, looks like I can't just rip it. So I have to kind of put my thumb in here to just depress this to lock it out. But it does feel like this is very, very lightweight, but kind of robust. Try and get the sticker off. Yep. And then trigger's very like an AK trigger, kind of like mushy to there. And then it kind of like breaks. Let's put this guy on here. This should be counterclockwise, I presume. So if you see here, look at this. I can take this outer piece off. This base is gonna attach down onto here. So it's a weird, very interesting design, because that's also not really wanting to thread on there very nicely. Might be all this glue. Yeah, there's a lot of glue from... There's a lot of glue from where they've glued that flash hider on or tried to, and then it's cracked. So I'm just going to do this and just get it going a little bit. I'm going to go back to my normal view so you guys can see me from here, so you can see what I'm doing. But basically, yeah, that kind of little, this flash hider base, it kind of feels like. And again, I don't know why they've done it this way. I presume because it is like a, like an extended inner barrel, because that's how much further the inner barrel is going to stick out than there. And then if I'm doing this, I'm putting this on clockwise. So the threading on the actual kind of main body of the flash hider is clockwise. And then it's going to come over it kind of like a collar. And then you're going to have that detent that's going to come in there. And that's going to hold that in place. So that is what it's going to look like right there. With the mag in it, oh, that is what this guy is going to look like. And it does definitely feel really cool. You've got the iron sights, which are sat up here, which I really want to run a red dot on here. So that's going to be me playing around with what I'm going to do. You obviously can't rack the bolt when it's unsafe. When it's on semi, it's got that kind of feel to it. Full auto, same. It's got a very, very, very hard initial pull. which now kind of like evens up, but it's almost like when I first changed the... no, I was thinking when I first changed like the fire mode, that's when it's kind of like hard, but it seems to be a bit on and off. Now that's evened up, so maybe it's just something that's catching in there. As I said before, like one thing that is annoying is this little thing that is rotating, this upper piece. It's stiff when it's in there and I'm really having to push it, but that upper cover definitely does move. It's lightweight, it feels really like just nice in the hand. Oh, it's on the initial... If I pull the trigger there, that's where it's like a real hard to rack it. If I've done that already, then it's easy. So it's when that trigger bar, when the actual trigger, what is it? The valve knocker or the trigger is like actually down, it's fine. Sorry, when it's like retracted back, it's fine. But when I go to pull the trigger, getting that bit pushed back is definitely fine. I actually kind of like it. It definitely feels pretty good. As long as that's not going to affect the performance of it, that should be really good. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to test this in terms of the recoil so you guys can see that. I will also just do some FPS tests that we can do there. But I'll fill this with some gas. This is 150 PSI Swiss Arms, my usual that I use on my uppers. My ARs. Okay, so we'll go about 15 seconds there. I felt it feeling a little bit cold, but it doesn't feel too bad at all. It's kind of got this nice kind of like sheen to it. It just feels really, really like nice in the hand. Okay, so I think that this is going to be on no dry fire. So we'll test it with the no dry fire switch first. And I think that's the difference between these new mags and the older mags. The older mags didn't have that option. Okay, so that's right. That's not making any, that's just clicking because obviously an AK, we're not going to have bolt hold back. We're just going to go click. Now, if I switch this switch forward, there's no real indication on here of like what it does, which way you switch it. But if I've switched that bar and I've just pushed that bar forward, so let's see if that does anything now. No, so that does not. So switch that bar forward. I can switch it back. Maybe it wasn't fully all the way back. Such an interesting firing mechanism. Okay, no. So I'm obviously not doing something right here. Okay, so that's fully back. I can't see what this is doing. Because if you look here, the valve knocker is actually very deep inside where that is. So if I push down the follower maybe, and then switch this forward. I might just have to get some BBs in it and kind of just use it that way. But there's an audible click when I push that backwards and forwards. It just doesn't appear to be doing anything that I can see. It's not like unblocking or blocking the valve knocker. Okay, let's put some BBs in it, and then we'll see whether we can get this going. It has a speed loader, so maybe we'll just use the speed loader. I actually have some BBs I just got from e-bike, and these are 0.2s, so we'll just do the testing on 0.2s because I think everyone is gonna just find that a lot easier just to kind of, you know, do the transfer of what is this and how much is it firing at. Where did the adapter go? Okay, the adapter's here. So it looks like a general adapter for VFC feed lips. I don't know if it's the same, but it looks almost like the one that you use for the VFC AR mags as well. Put some BBs in here. Okay. Those back in. We're now going to just put this guy on top. That does not look like that should fit. As in, if you look here, that's not sitting down over that in the way that I would expect it to. Because, you know, like how it kind of sits and just sticks onto the top of the AR mag, that's not doing that on this. So we'll see. Okay, so it is loading. It's just almost like the angle of it is just holding it in place. Okay, so that seems like that's full. So yeah, so that's odd. It's kind of like not a fully like fit to the AK mag feed lips because of this surrounding area. Let me just quickly pause this. Someone's at my door. Okay, we're all good. So yeah, so that's kind of like sitting in there fine, but I'll show you here, the actual speed loader, it doesn't sit on there. It's just like loose. And the angle of it's fine because when you have the actual speed loader on the top, but the adapter's not kind of like built for this is what it feels like. Okay, so let's try this and see if it's firing. I'll put it into semi-auto. Get my glasses out, which are not around here apparently. So we'll go with these guys. And we'll see how this thing is going to fire. Let's rack it. Oh, and this is not firing. I don't want to re-rack that again. It's very hard to tell if you've got a BB inside. There is one in there. So let's push this the other way. Okay. Push that back now. That is racked. And that's not firing. So I don't know what this issue is, but it seems to me like this is just blocking. Let me get like my little stick or something just to push this down. We can kind of see what's happening there. Okay, so that's sitting there. There's definitely gas in it. Yeah, you can hear it filling, so that's not an issue. But it does seem like this piece here, this metal piece, is just having that issue there. Oh, there we go. Okay, so that's now working fine. And that kick is pretty nuts. I have to say, like, that's a serious recoil. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Okay, and then let's try the full auto. And again, it is kind of hard to find what full auto is on this. Oh my God. This thing is mental. Like, absolutely mental. I just need more mags for it. That's all I need. Okay, right. I'm going to do a chrono on this before I like empty this mag. But this thing is probably my favorite recoiling airsoft replica I've ever had. That thing, it's kicking like anything. Okay, so we're going to go with 0.2s. And I'll give you now a demonstration of the FPS with 0.2 gram BBs on 150 PSI gas. So that's 309. 327, 329, 326, 328, 326. Okay, so that is firing very consistently at that like 325 kind of level on a 0.25. This thing, on a 0.2. If we're going back, I'm just going to do the rate of fire now so we can have a look at that. So that's it at 14.8 rounds per second. It sounds to me faster than that, I have to say. And that last one was at 305. So if I go back to semi-auto, 313, 320, 320, 319, 320, 323, 324, 319, 318, 321, 321, and then that seems like it's dry firing, which is weird, isn't it? Because that should now not be dry firing. Okay, so now it's not. So that is okay. So if I have it there, I've now pushed it forward. So that's not dry firing. Such a weird system, this. So it's not dry firing on either one. So it's almost like maybe you have to have a BB fire through it to dry fire it to start with. Let's just load it up again. But to be honest, performance-wise, I don't think I could expect any better. Okay, so that rear plate now has popped up. Now I just did that. I put these BBs in. That rear little plate has come up a bit. So I'll try and show you in a second. You know what I'm thinking like tomorrow or Friday night is I might just go and play and just take one mag out and then just do those kind of speed reloads. So that metal plate there has sprung up now. Now before it wasn't there. Now if I push it down, and I slide that forward, it just seems like it's going maybe a bit higher. It's not having any effect. So why was it dry firing on that one before? Okay, so I'm going to push it to the rear. God, I like this thing. It really is awesome, I have to say. Okay, I'm going to try and give you like a little maybe desk view looking back at me here so you can see what it's going to fire like. Let's see if this will help, because I do want you to see the recoil of the bolt as well. So if I give you this view here, you can see this thing going now. And if I put it onto semi, and then if I go to full auto, so that's gone through 2 full mags on that one thing, and that didn't seem to really be slowing the rate of fire at all. All right, guys, so I think that's probably going to be most of the stuff we need to kind of like go through in this initial unboxing video. I'll be doing a follow-up video. I am actually going to be doing a conversion. Like I wasn't going to change this wood, but now that this is moving slightly, I'm kind of like, oh, maybe I'll just get it done ASAP. I don't know if you guys are going to agree or disagree, but I kind of want to change it just because of that. And just see what it kind of feels like and looks like with the M-Lock kind of like upper and lower on it, which I've got from 5KU. I don't know if it's going to fit, so I'm going to have to test that before I do the video. But guys, I mean, I'm very, very impressed with this so far. Just in terms of like this kind of compact little package that runs, kicks, and performs like that does. I would highly recommend buying this, and that's right now. I don't know why that is silver at the end there. Please, someone explain to me if that's a mistake from them or if that's kind of what that should be like. But similarly with this, like I don't know why that's silver there, but maybe I just got an early batch. I think they said, unfortunately, on Red Wolf, where I bought this for $549.99, I had to pay about $100 on the. Actually, no, I didn't. Not on this one. I was going to say I had to pay about $100 on the tariffs coming into the US, but I didn't have to do that. So this one basically cost me $549. If you're buying the mags, they're like $60, $70 each. But I would highly, highly recommend this thing from my initial first unboxing reaction, thoughts of it. I'll be doing some shorts, kind of doing close-ups on this. So definitely look out for that, and I'll get those uploaded. But yeah, any questions you have, anything you want to see in the next video, definitely put it in the comments below. And thank you guys so much for being here. I will see you all very soon on the next video. Have a great day wherever you are. Goodbye.